Welcome to this tutorial. Today we'll learn how to make a house in Blender from zero. So first things first, you should have already installed Blender. For that, you can go to Blender. Let me show you. And blender.org/download. And you can download the latest stable version, which is 3.6.2. Well, once you have that installed, you can open a new window, and what happens, this is the same thing always. You have the new file, you can make a new file, or you have your recent files. Let's make a new file. So right here, this is the main view. You have a light source, a camera object, and a cube. A couple of things that are worth mentioning. You have mainly two modes. We have the object mode and we have the edit mode. The edit mode would be a more advanced one, and it's the main one, the main used one. We can select things. We can select vertex selection mode, edge selection, or face selection, right? We do also have if you press Shift and spacebar, you have kind of a cheat code. We can, I'll go to object mode and select an object, which is the cube. We can rotate it, pressing R. I am rotating it. We can scale it using S. We can transform it. We can transform it using T. Okay. If you want to select, if you want to rotate or move, transform, right, in a specific direction, you can just press, for example, I want to scale it on x-axis. So you press S to scale and X, and now you only scale it on the x-axis. If you want to do it on the y-axis or the z-axis, you can also do that. All right. So my first project was a open room with with 1, 2, 3, 4, with 4 walls. All right. Oh, another thing that's very important. Over here, we have some panels, which we'll be using this one for any materials whatsoever. We also have this one, which we can transform. If you're not good with the mouse, which I am not, you can use this. For example, I want this cube to have 10 by 10 by 10. And there's that. I could have done it with scaling, but then it's not perfect. You see, if you look at the top screen on the left side, you'll see Blender, below it File, and below it Scale. And you see X 2.14, Y 2.14, and Z 2.14. All right. But let's say I want to do it to 3, 2.5, 0.6, 0.9. I can pinpoint it to 3. So that's why I prefer this scaling method. You can also move the location using this, and it's perfect. You don't need to do it with the mouse. We'll be also using a couple modifiers, such as solidify, which is very useful when you have a plane and you want to become a solid. We'll be using also some cloth physics, some a smooth and smooth corrective, a couple of these, so it's good to have it in mind. Also, we'll be using some constraints, and down here for material, and that's basically it. So okay, so I won't be saving this. This was my first project. It's very simple. We have here 4 walls, and I basically just did 15 by 15, 2 15 by 15 walls, and 1 5 by 15 wall. Okay, this is not a house, but it's the least we can do for a GitHub project, which will be our next tutorial. So here we can already put to practice some basic game, basic movement, early game mechanics. I've also done a couple of other projects, such as I did a closet. Okay, and now here's the cool thing. Over here, if we go to object mode, here on file, we have something that's called append. And for example, I want to append this closet. Okay, you can select if you want like just the brush, just the camera. I'll be you can use either collection or mesh. I'll be using collection just for gets more clear. All right, so here this kind of big, so I'll be shrinking it using S. There we go. So yep, just here we have the collection. Okay, so now this collection I'll be, and we don't want no camera, circle and cube. Right, now I will scale it down. There we go, and then I'll move it back like there. And I've done many other, like this this chair, and everything is basically the same. You see, this is a very rough chair, but it serves its purpose. Okay, and that's basically it. It's just you gotta try it. There's not much to know. And once you finish it, right, you'll save it as a blend. For example, this one, file, save as. You can save it as blend. You could also export it, file export as, we use a lot FBX, and on Godot we'll be using FBX. You could use GLTF, and also you could use this wavefront, but we'll be using FBX. Okay, now next tutorial, I hope we take a little bit longer, and we'll talk about basics in Godot.